Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of FoolsTown here in City Skylines, where we're now looking at our nuclear power plant that we built in the last episode, which hopefully now we have secured the future of FoolsTown, not only with power, but hopefully with water and sewage, and hopefully garbage as well, because we got some new stuff down here, which has really helped us out. Now, today we need to go on a little bit of an expansion crazy in terms of building industry. We have a lot of work to do because right now, oh hello, new milestone, nice. Right now, our unemployment is it's been pretty consistently high for quite some time. Even though we've got quite a few jobs available and employed, but it doesn't really work out like that. You've got to look at the workplaces to see what ones that you kind of maxing out. Now, we're completely maxing out the uneducated, poorly educated, and educated, so the three lowest levels of education. Well educated, we've still got a big burden there of unfilled positions, and we're not far off filling the highly educated. So it's pretty much the majority of all the entry-level jobs that we need to implement in, which is why we're going to go on a little bit of an industry-crazy expansion in this episode. It's going to be expensive, and it's going to be an expansion all in one go. Now, there's a few things got to sort out before I can do that, but I just want to say, if you are enjoying the series, make sure you smash that like button down below, and if you aren't around here, make sure you do subscribe so you get notified when more episodes do come out. Now, since we implemented all this kind of utility area in the last episode, one thing I didn't do, and it was pretty much all comes down to the sewage treatment right now, is get rid of my poop producers. That's my new name for the sewage outlets right now. They are poop producers. So these can now go, so I can finally stop polluting the waterways. And let me just kind of go underground right now and get rid. How far can I get rid of this? All the way to there. It's now gone. And there's some... Isn't there some poop producers over here? Or there was poop producers over here, right? Yes, the keyword being was. And I just want to double check there's no other sewage outlets. No, it was literally just them there. And I think I originally had some over here at some point, didn't I? But it looks like I've actually got rid of them. But that's all good. We're all good, boys. So hopefully as time goes on now, the poop will slowly go into the ocean and all the fishes can eat it, and I can claim that I am environmentally friendly. Anyway, so that now hopefully hasn't done too much damage. No, it hasn't done no damage all to my sewage, so we're all good. Hopefully, we're going to slowly go green. Now, we got a lot of stuff that we need to implement right now. I want to do a lot of zoned industry, and what I mean by that is implementing these kind of industries here, but also placing some of the unique buildings, because they will also provide a few jobs. Not all of them do provide jobs, but for some of them do. So you'll be kind of covering all aspects. We're kind of going quite on the high end of education with the unique buildings, but on the low end for all of the zoned industry, as we call it. Now, the farm, that's the dairy house, sorry. The farms here, this is a vegetable one, provides 25 jobs. And you can see that they're majorly, well, I say majorly, I can't even say the word, is the three lower levels of education. So we need to kind of expand a little bit further on all of those. Right, let the games begin. So obviously, I can only place stuff where there's resources, but there's only few industries that pretty much don't require the resource. Now, here in this area will be perfect for more additional farming. Now, if I just use the usual, let me show you right now, the usual livestock farming, it requires no resource. It's only the grain, vegetable, and textile fiber is fertile land. Wood obviously requires forestry. Stone mining doesn't require anything, so that's another one we can kind of fill in all the little nooks and crannies. Coal and ore is both needing ore underneath, and oil obviously needs oil underneath as well. So let's start with this road to begin with. And we're going to expand off this, and we're going to build some farming stuff in this area. So if I just slightly come out here, and I reckon, I think we've got enough room maybe down here to kind of implement just two of them. Now, it might seem like not much, but the space that we do have available to build on this, they'll provide a lot of jobs for us. So let's go with the first livestock one then. Actually, the way we're looking at it right now, it might be more than two. It all depends on how it all situates itself. So if I place this in, say, here, and then we'll see how far we can pretty much take it to begin with. So going all the way down to there, and then we'll kind of slightly bend it round, and then we'll follow this going round. There we go. So I mean, I know it's going to be quite the circle anyway, but I'm trying not to make it too circly. If that's even the best way to pull it. Right, all the way down to here, and then continue this all the way down, and then get it all the way to meet back up. Right, it's sometimes easier to get rid of you and then kind of go around the edge. Voila! Right, that's one in. Beautiful. Now, from the get-go, we only have one job, but as it expands and upgrades and levels up, it will then slowly get more jobs available. Now, we're going to throw in another one here, which I'll put it quite close, gives me a little bit more room for expansion. And we'll kind of go around the road here. Actually, we might have to get further, I just realised, for the opposite side of the road. Alright, all the way down to there. And try and get it to match up with this industry without gliding too much through it. Oh, missed it again. Excuse me. Oh, it's overlapping here. Ah, okay, there we go. I thought we was having an issue then. So, bam, bam. Well, bam, bam. And then bring this down. I know I'm freehanding it, so there might be a few little gaps here and there. Oh, no. I've done all that and just realised the building's going to disappear. Why does it do this, guys? Why does it do this, guys? Well, I can't do anything now. I've got to actually delete it. Oh, I wonder, why does it do that? What is the reason you do this? I've done all that hard work there for you to go oof. Right, okay. Sometimes having it snap on is a little bit quicker. Right, I'll blitz through this now. Okay, maybe not. Right, overshoot it. Right, we're still okay. I think you can normally tell with when it kind of glitches out before you do any of this stuff. So this is also quite a large farm as well. There we go, a decent size one. Whoa, look at the size of this. This one's really grown. But it's only got one current available person working there. This one's got 28 from the get-go straight away, so that's kind of cool. That's pretty good. Right, I'll save that spot for a little bit later because I want to try and kind of merge a few more. Is there traffic? Oh, no, there's an accident. There's an accident. Now, I want to implement some here, but I know the raw resources, if I go to them, we have a few over here as well. So what we'll do, we'll buy a bunch of tiles over here too. So if I buy all of these to there, bam, and then the natural resource, you can see we pretty much got it all covered. We've got some oil there as well. There's a bit of fertile land there, so I'm not sure how much I'll be able to kind of squeeze out of that. And we've got some more fertile land around here as well. Ooh, jazzy. Okay, so let's get back over here then. So I kind of want to push this train station slightly back a little bit, so I can do a better radius on the bend as it comes through. But let me just kind of sort this out first. So we'll go back to the dirt roads. I like using the dirt roads in general. And let me bring up the natural resource. And then we'll see how much here we can kind of get out of it. So we're not going to have huge amounts going on. Oh, hello. The switch on. From humble toaster to self-organizing stock drawer. This factory makes everything that runs on electricity. Oh, okay. Right, if I come off here. Right, I'm going to come off there. And then... So we can have a farm here, which is pretty good. We have a farm there. And I've got to figure out as well where we're going to run with the rest of this. So let me get rid of you. Now, if this is going to extend up, I'm looking for a point in which I can kind of snap it in, which will go there, which will lead that road out like that. And then we'll eventually try and create some type of connected... What's going on here? Oh, it's a road maintenance vehicle. I'm getting sidetracked by so much stuff right now. Let's carry it on, boys. Let's carry it on. So I might bring this up to here and cut this in. So I can move this train station back. And then can I... Alright, I'm going to connect you like that, and then that's where the dirt roads can begin. So I'll base the dirt road off here. So all them roads connecting to it. That's how we're now going to transition to this area. Now I'm going to do a complex curve. Very complex there. Beautifully complex, might I add. And then we're going to bring some roads coming off it. So this is where we build our little farms in this area. So we'll come off it just there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Big one there. And then we'll bring this up. Oh, hello. For a 5th one in this area. And then we'll split the road there. There we go. So that's a decent amount. Ooh, look at that, boys. We've got some stress being tested right now for these transformers. So let's quickly solve this issue then, because it will be a little bit of a problem. Now, all spreading out. We just need to drop more down. And throwing some in some industrial areas will be a very, very good idea. So throw you in there. Let me drop that down on the ground. And then pump this to a connecting part. So will it take the heat off now? We can pump more out from different transformers. It does. See? We're future-proofed, boys. We are future-proofed. We're just going to make sure that we keep on top of the slight issues that will arise. Right, is there more traffic over here? He's decided to close the road. Let's carry it on. Let's carry it on, boys. Oh my goodness me. And there's another one here as well. I mean, I get it. I gotta fix the roads, but damn, they are annoying, aren't they? They really are annoying. Right, let's move this back then. So I'm going to pause now because this will cause a few little issues. Oh no, I put it on the wrong... I flipped it round completely. Right, there we go. And if I delete all of this... Oh, question. Hang on, hold on. I just realised the drop in elevation. Alright, bring that down and then smoothen it. Let me up that strength as well. Up the strength, up the size slightly. There we go, coming down beautifully. I can actually delete a little bit of this road. Right, very good, very good. Delete you. Now, I can merge it a lot easier and do a bend a little bit easier, but I don't know how... I don't know if this road here now makes much sense. Because, do you know what? I'm going to get rid of it to there. Right. They can attach to all that. I know they've got to drive the long way around. We'll attach some of these going to the road coming down too. It just makes it a little bit easier for us with this train line, doesn't it? Now, it does mean that I'm going to have to slightly move... Oh, I don't like this. It just doesn't seem right now, does it? Let me throw it here. Oh, hello. Right, can I just throw it down there for a second? Where can I throw it for like 2 seconds? While we just sort out the elevation of this terrain. Let me delete this road back. And I'm going to pump it out like that and then smoothen it. Soften. Go quite hard. So we got like a little bit of a flat bit there almost. Oh, hang on, I've got to put the road in first. Right, hopefully this is a little bit better than what it was. I won't say it's hugely better, but it's definitely a little bit better. But it's still on like a sheer cliff edge. But again, we'll do some more terraining after. Right, let's get this all back up and running then. So I need the train tracks. We're on train, right? Yeah. So lead this down to there. To be honest with you, If I just upgraded you straight and then brought this in with the kind of complex curve. Like that. And then upgrade this here with the 2. Makes life a little bit easier. So quite big on the old bend, on the old bendaroo. See, this looks 10 times better now, doesn't it? Oh, so much better. Now, I don't know how much that's now oofed my cargo line. Oh, no, it just repositions it perfectly. Okay, updates. Right, not bad, not bad. So let's finally get the little bit of dirt road connecting in now, because obviously they can load on the train station from both sides. And there's got to be space somewhere to crisscross over. I don't know whether it would be worth just driving through on the old dirt road there. Upgrading the dirt road here. Because we go in rural. So it just makes sense. Rural. And bringing you further down. So that all connects like that. And I reckon what we should then do. Complex curve. Bam. 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 In. And I think I'll leave it like that. This will make for a good farming area. So obviously, these 2 spots here are going to be for something other than livestock farming. Now, this is something else that we should have really kind of checked out, is our production and the deficits. So we've got the bigger deficits on the livestock and the grain. Now, if you've got the bigger deficits on the livestock, you don't need to put anywhere for that. So I'm going to mainly do grain and livestock then. So if I put you in, no issues with getting this in by the looks of it. So we've now just got to get rid of all of our deficits. So we'll go down to there, bring this round. Is there room to squeeze like another one in? I reckon there is. I'm only going to go to the radius. Now another live grain one, sorry, in here. So I'm going to put that there. Just making sure that within the radiuses. Right, we get to here. We come off it. Very good. I think that radius there only goes to there, doesn't it? The reason I didn't go any further. And get a little bit more out of it. Not much, though. I'm just trying to push boundaries here, aren't I? Well, then again, it's a cotton producer, isn't it? So not really the one that I... Well, then again, I do need it. I do need it. It's not like I don't need it. I do need it. So that's 2 beautiful little kind of farm grains going on the go. And then livestock is the other one that we need like an exuberant amount more. Right, that didn't actually place itself in, so I've got to now delete. So good job I spotted that. Didn't place itself in again. It must be like the position of the building. If it's too much like on an angle, like that one was okay. So if I snap now to the rest of this, so you're that way and then continue. I don't know why some snaps are okay and some aren't. I don't think I should squeeze a third one in, should I? Just kind of fill the gap and area up, maybe? Yeah, because I can make this one be longer. and then just go around the road edge. So filling all the little nooks and crannies up. So obviously you don't see the production change instantly, but we've got to cover these deficits. We're importing so much. So much importing right now. Right, moving on then to more livestock. So trying to give it the area that covers the most. It's like you need it somewhere like there, but then that means you need to then spark a little road going in. So with that, like, which side's better? This side there? Right, that side's perfect. All the way up. All the way down. Look at us, boys. We're farming right now. Right, there we go. Straight up and in. Oh, man. So with these ones that are now just placed in, there's 18 jobs there, there's 12 there, there's 13 there. This one, give it some time. And obviously that one, ooh. Holy moly, we've got some exports on the go now, boys. We're starting to get some exports coming in. See, that's the other downside, is then the exports. 66 jobs on that one. That one had one job for quite some time. Now 66 available. Right, keep it going. Keep it going. We'll just kind of complete this little area here, and then we'll move on to something a little bit different, just to spice it up. Right, didn't build. That one did. So I like it when it's almost straightforward. Nice and simple. Nice and simple. This one should be an easy one as well. Yeah. Kind of go around and up. Down. And we might as well squeeze one in just here. Beautiful. Like that. I know there's still some awkward little spots. Like, you know, 100% down here and stuff like that. But for now, that would rock and roll pretty cool for us. So we've got this in anyway, so we can do some exports there. I can't believe how much chaos is going here. And it's mainly down to the fact that we're not allowing them to load both sides. So if I was to kind of just go... Hold on. Right. Pause. Delete. Delete all this. Because I didn't realise you could load both sides until quite recently. Which is hilarious in that regards. So delete it to there. So, and then delete all of this for a second. I know it's all getting oofed, but bear with me. And it's just as simple as that, is what I'm going to do. Now, for some reason, there's an issue here. With pipework. Right, there we go. And then power work. Is it really that difficult, guys? Is it really that difficult? And then we're back in business. So we're just giving them the option to load from both sides. I know it's not amazing, but the fact they can now load from both sides means twice as many vehicles come out and twice as many vehicles go in, and it just eases the burden slightly. I know it's not efficient, this system, but that will eventually just die down. Right, and like I said before, I know it's going to take a while before we start reducing the deficits, but we've really got to up our production, like so bad. Does it tell us like what the production is? It doesn't know. I think that would be something that I would love to know, really, what the production is of these little industries that we place in. I'd really like to know the production on it. I know you get to see it here, but I mean, it'll be nice to know what's producing what in the individual buildings. Now, let's move on to a little bit of rock, because rock, we're producing 538 and 606 is the deficit there. Now, in terms of rock, we've got all this up here as well to kind of pretty much work with. So I'm going to extend off this as well. I love using the little dirt roads. They're like my new favourite thing now. So if I bring that one out, and if I also come out for a little segment here, and then bring that down, and I wonder if I can do a continuous curve almost to run it down to there. And there's a few little spots now that I can build some rock stuff. So we're just extending the industries is all we're doing at this point. So stone mining, that's what I mean by... Is it stone mining that produces rock? Yeah, the other ones are not stone. Alright, place you in. Now, I know we should be a little bit bigger here, but it's just about squeezing what we can in. And I reckon I use a snap here, because the snap does work on this stuff. It makes it hug tight to the area. And it makes it a little bit easier there. But obviously, it's not the sheer size of these. You need them producing the big boys. So let's see what we can get down here then. So I'll throw another one in, and we'll go just there. So this is actually perfect now, because it will kind of fill in the little nooks and cranny. Up to this point. All the way to there. Following this all the way down. Okay, maybe not. It's weird how it was snapped to everything apart from the back end of another area. So bringing this all the way around. Now this should be large enough and wide. Whoa, the radius is a lot bigger than the farms. I didn't realise that. Well, I'll only take it to there because I'm going to throw some more in. I didn't realise how big the radius is for the rock. No wonder we're producing so much rock. Oh my goodness me, no wonder we're producing so much rock, boys. Right, let me get rid of that there. Oh, this next one's going to be huge. This next one's going to be huge. Right, so actually, if I bring that road out to here, and then place you that side. Oh, this is going to be ridiculous. This is going to be ridiculous. Ridiculously big. So I'm going to try and follow it around quite a bit. Not getting too close to the highway. I want it to be slightly away from it as well. Now they're just big circle industries now, aren't they? That's a big boy. Those are some big industries. Now, give that time to grow, okay? That in itself is going to produce so much. Now, like I said, you're not going to see the production straight away. We have increased the tonnage over here slightly, but it's nowhere. Oh, actually, the rock's kind of subsided. So if we've got a surplus, it means we then start exporting it. So we're at least doing something right now. Especially for the rock anyway, we'll start exporting that. But all the other stuff you need so much of. You really do need a lot of. Now the wood is not that far off, to be honest with you. The wood is not that far off, so let's get some of these in. Or some additional. So, place you in. It didn't place in. Delete. It's going to be one of those again. Now, is the radius is also pretty big on this as well. Did that get placed in? No, it didn't. What's the issue then with why you won't get placed in? I'd like to know what the issue actually is, because it's got to be a terrain issue, right? Okay, now we're placed in. I'd like to know what the actual real thing is. If anyone knows, let me know. Is it like if it has to sink into the ground, or is it like raised too high? Is it something like that being the issue? Now, I reckon just building this one here is going to be enough to give us a surplus. So a lot of people complain about there's no exports in the game, and I think it might be the fact that we're not really checking our surpluses, are we? I could be wrong. There still could be no exports in the game. But I should be exporting rock now, shouldn't I? Alright, bam. Well, bam. That's a large area. That's a very large area. How many people work in these wood areas? Okay, you do get a fair amount of people working in them. So it'll be interesting to see how it changes. It will be interesting to see how it changes. So we've only got a surplus of the rock. Is it rock or stone? Yeah, it's rock. And coal. Now, metal ore is not far off either. That's something else we can probably cover. But I think we've run out of ore areas. Yeah. So it's probably a good idea to start looking at over in this area. Now, the only downside to this area is I don't have the connection, like for a road to lead over here at the moment. Where was the other areas? Let me just bring up my natural resources. You got over there a little bit too far away. Well, that's not too bad. Nor over here. I want to redo all that eventually, so I'll save that. We've got some space over here that can come off some of the roads. Maybe I can bridge over these dirt roads to access some space up here. Right, let me plan it out as if I was going to do something here. And I really want to stick to the dirt roads. I really do want to stick to these dirt roads. So let me go on a nice little straight bit to begin with. And then we'll just kind of come around. Little bridges and loops. And have I gone? Am I a little bit too short here for? Yeah, I'm a little bit too short. So to there, and then as it gets to here, up and over. Right, we gotta go a little bit higher because of the train, and then we'll bring it back down to 0. So nice and simple, nothing crazy. And let me bring up the natural resources. So what I can do is I can lead this road here going up. Just to kind of access the area. And then this road here, we'll have it leading down to there. So it's nothing crazy, okay? It's nothing crazy. It just gives us the ability to access the area, and then it can just drive you down to the nearest export place. So it ain't too bad for them. It ain't too bad. So we've got to get the ore in. And again, this is working out beautifully. It was ore, wasn't it? I say that as I've now already just placed it down. So we'll go quite big on the area. Maximize everything. So we will see them little crane stuff. It was ore, wasn't it? Yes, it was ore. It was ore. Look at that, boys. The wood. The deficit is getting lower and lower. Yeah, baby. Okay, they don't have what they need connected, so I'll do that in just a second. And is it better to connect this here? It would have done, but I think the issue is going to be the radius like that. So Right, how far can I take this? Wow, this is going to be quite far. Now, I don't know how this is going to play out. This is going to be the world's biggest radius. Now, the problem is, it requires the raw resource. So I don't know if it... Does it affect the efficiency, boys, if it's a little bit out of the area? Let us know in the comment section down below. Does it affect the efficiency if it's like a lot of it's out, the radius of the industry is out of the area of the raw resource? But that's huge as well. Now, obviously, it's a dirt road. It doesn't... No, does a dirt road carry? It does... Wait, there's a split there. Wait. Oh, that's why. The road's not even connected. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. But, anywho, on the old production right now, we're closing deficits and we're creating surpluses. So the deficit for the ore should now begin. Whoa! No way! Don't even lie to me. That's ridiculous. I was going to say then for a second, there was no way in this world, I was doing 25,000 tons. Impossible. Impossible. Well, that's now going down, and I'm assuming that's because of the efficiency is being killed. So efficiency, basing factors, lower means building performance, means performing better. Not enough employees affects it. This one. Not enough employees. So at the moment, it's only not enough employees affects the efficiency. That's what the concern is. That's what the concern is. So we're not far off the surplus for the production. This, we're still not there, but we need more employees in the buildings. But at least we're getting somewhere. At least we're getting somewhere right now with all of this. So do you reckon I should do one more of the wood industry? I reckon we should. We should actually do maybe a couple or something like that. Right, so industries, wood, and didn't want to build there. And we're okay here for some reason. Right, taking this right the way around as well. Right, there's the highway, so bring it down to here. Straight to there. In and in, baby. In and in. Right, so this original one that I placed down earlier, up to 55 employees. Now, I'm not saying that this is now solving, like, unemployment rates, but it has come down from 9s into the 8s. We're only adding a minuscule amount of jobs. But as I'm adding in jobs, people are also moving into the city, so I'm fighting a difficult battle right now. I really am, until we actually place down, like, a bunch of proper industry. Now, the deficit is coming down again. The deficit for the ore is definitely coming down. 56.6. Actually, it's going back up. I think we just might be a case of waiting for more employees or just building in more ore-based areas. Yeah. Right, okay, so we're pretty close with those then. We are pretty close. It's just giving them time to also upgrade themselves in those areas. Now, oil is another one. And there's a big oil patch just here, isn't there? If I was not mistaken. So let me double check. The raw resource. All of here. Right, okay. So this is going to be an interesting one because the issue I've got is how do I connect it to the area? And I reckon it could be as simple as... Because I don't want to build a huge intersection. It just seems a little bit ridiculous. So does that. That's not too bad, but it's a bit uncomfortable. So I reckon it's just a simple case of I build my own variation of one. So if I raise this up to plus... Let me go normal road as well. Do you reckon that's okay like this? Yes. So bringing that across to there. And... all I want to do is first bend that like that and then bring it down to 0. And then do the same here. And then what I'll do is I'll then come off, actually we won't come off it just yet. We'll do another little bend like this, where I'll come off the road there. Alright, and then we'll do another bend here. And then we'll come off the road somewhere else. And then all I'm going to do is a slip road, okay? It's nothing crazy. Oh, no. But it will be really simple for us. I've just killed that bus in the process. I'm not even going to implement lane math. We're just going to leave it like that, okay? Because there's not going to be that much vehicle traffic on this. It's weird, okay? It's really weird. But just bear with me on this. So we get a little bit of access here, so I can build the building straight off this and just kind of cover there. And then maybe the same for this vicinity too. It depends on how big the radius is for this oil. So I would maybe want it like there. This one's okay. So like I said before, the issue is more the fact that it's a small radius. But it does contain oil coming down, so you can't make it go underneath, unfortunately. So there's one. It's not perfect, but it will do the job. And then this road, we'll get it to bend in slightly to there. And then hopefully this all goes to plan as well. So there, bring this round. I don't want to move the highway. I know I could create a little bit more efficiency by moving it. Oh, that's annoying, isn't it? Right, I'll have to buy that additional tile that's going to suck out a little bit more. Right, this is quite a good little catchment area, to be honest with you. Right, I've chose to do a border around this road for some reason. I don't quite know why. It's like Pac-Man, almost. Almost like Pac-Man there with the mouth. Wobble, wobble, wobble. Right. Oh, it needs power and stuff. And water. Okay, we'll connect the power there. And then the water and sewage. Wait, did I even connect the power? What am I connected to? Train lines? Right, that connects the power, doesn't it? Surely, right? Yep. And then water and sewage, we'll go for the same little area. There we go. So that'll be up and running and functional. And what's my production now? Oh, we finally got the surplus of wood. Right, that will be mainly down to the fact that the buildings become a bit more efficient because more people are now working there. Now, they're not huge amounts of surplus, so don't expect us to be getting rich quick, even though I've almost got like $1 billion in the bank. Now, the same thing should hopefully happen to the ore with those 2 new ore initiatives that we placed down, because we're only 14 tons off. We just got to hopefully get some more employees coming in. And then we've just dropped down a load of oil too. Oh, wait. We did for a split second then have a surplus of oil. The farming one's going to be the most difficult because of the amount of tonnage. I mean, the livestock's fine. I can place that down until the cows come home, literally, right? You need the fertile land for the grain. So some stuff we are going to be importing. Now, I haven't even looked at any of this stuff yet. And I quite frankly, I don't want to just yet. It scares me. But the ore is almost there. At least we've got now a surplus here. It's not a big surplus, but we've got a surplus. And hopefully the oil will take its place as well. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. So these guys over here are complaining about there's lack of high-skilled labour. And what do they require? Educated people. Now, is educated the most difficult one to fill? No, we've also pretty much maxed that out as well. It could be that we just need circulate. Oh, I just had a brainwave. Now, you know we've got the subway coming into here, right? Now, if I did a bus stop there, as I slowly choke, and then make them come round and just do the odd stop here and there. So if I did a stop, let's say I came in and did a stop here, made them come up to here and do a stop, cycling back out, a stop, and a stop, then down to here, and then back again. So what it's there to do is just to basically, it's the work bus. Takes them from the metro stop, and then drives them around the industries. Why is this not going in? There we go. Drives them around the industries, and then makes them connected. So you can pretty much grab any line of public transport and eventually get over here. So it just tricks the industry into making the residents feel like it's within reaching distance, rather than having to utilize taxis the whole time. Now, obviously, that new bus route is going to have a gazillion buses on it, so we're going to reduce it down to the minimum, which is 5. Which hopefully my bus depot, or my bus station, is it this? Which does the buses? Is it somewhere over here? Road maintenance, bus depot. Add an extra garage on. Right, I have to move the building slightly. There we go, to have a few extra buses coming out of there. Right, glorious, glorious, glorious. So hopefully they will now be able to get the required people working there, because it's technically all connected in a weird way. Right, production. So still got a surplus here, still surplus there, still surplus there. Not quite on the ore mining. So let's take a look at these buildings. If they're maxed out, they're maxed out. I can't really do much more. So yeah, they're pretty much not far off. So we're borderline so close from having a surplus on ore as well. Now that should hopefully by now have affected our outside connections. Yes, because wood's starting to export. Now don't be confused with the fact that it's 0.2, because it still could be quite a lot of wood. But when you compare the wood versus the software, it's completely outbalanced. But rock's going out, coal's going out, steel, concrete, minerals, wood. We're starting to see more on the exports, which is really, really important. So that's quite exciting to see. That is quite exciting to see. So other surpluses, well, other deficits that we're trying to get a surplus on. We've halved the oil deficit. But the farming stuff is going to be so difficult. I can't express how difficult that is going to be. We're most likely going to struggle on a lot of that stuff. We are most likely going to struggle. Yeah, we're going to have to create little, larger farming districts. I know we've got all this space around here still to work with. And I've got stuff here as well, this space there. So just drop in the odd little farm in here and there. And obviously, I mean, it's without of our reach at the moment. So if I put you in, well, yeah, you're going to work. So the livestock's perfect because, like I said before, it can pretty much go anywhere we want it to go. So follow it around the train line. But the sheer amount we're going to need to fill it all and to get that deficit down is going to be ridiculous. Now this train's coming in right now and it's got loads of paper on board. Now something else that we gotta have to look at is also the industries. Now I wanted to kind of extend around here as well for industries. I don't know whether to build a bridge going across. It would then give us more accessibility, but then the metro line does the job. It's a short distance anyway. Maybe I don't stress too much about that. Let me just bring this to there. Is that really like such a different height differential? Really? I need to pause that. We've got to be able to go through that. Is it because it's subway related? Wow, okay. It looks like you can't merge a subway line through the road, right? Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked again. So bringing this out, because this will access like a large factory area, which we might need to then create connection going through. It depends on how busy this area is going to be, to be honest with you. But like stuff like this, like the fuel plant, we've got then the switch on building. We have the pharmacy building and the oil refinery as well. Now, these all do stuff. They give us a bunch of boosts and benefits. Let me extend a little bit down to here and then kind of cut down this way. I'll get one in and see what it's like. So if I just go to there, it gives me this large little corner here to work with. So what's like a decent one I can get in that will fill this area quite nice? That's a large building, which will be pretty good to get in. That's decent size. That's a decent size as well. And that's a decent size. I reckon we go for the... makes everything that runs on electricity. Or the fuel plant. What was this one? The oil refinery? That's a big one, isn't it? Right, I'm going to throw the oil refinery in. Now, does it actually produce oil? Or what does it produce? So it's currently empty and available to rent. So you have to wait till someone rents it before it starts producing. But it +2 to industrial efficiency, +5 for university education, and +1 to graduation chance. So we'll have to wait until that gets fulfilled. But we'll build like an industrial park around there. Now, didn't we have the bakery over here, right? The dairy house. That's also available to rent. So why is no one renting it? Now, oh, that hasn't got the stuff. I know completely why. Because it comes connecting off a roundabout. Right, that's all done. I don't know whether we'll see anybody rent the building, but the building's in. The building is in. So we've worked pretty hard there to reduce our deficits. And the ore deficit is now 5.6 tons. So we are awfully close for getting that done. 5.2 now. We've got a surplus on wood, surplus on coal, surplus on rock. And we are about to break the surplus on ore. And our next closest one will be the surplus on oil. But I don't know what would happen once they start renting this building out and it starts producing, because the surplus on oil might go down because we're utilizing it. Now, is there room to get one more ore in somewhere? I don't think so, not within my immediate vicinity, unless I did try and extend, let's say, this out by a little bit. And just try and get the drips and drabs that are remaining here. Right, I've just unlocked something there. The last few drips and drabs I can grab. Now, it's on the area of some ore. Not a lot of ore. So I don't know how much it will be able to mine from this. I don't know how much you'll be able to mine from that, but it should give us a couple of tons to put us into a surplus for something that we can kind of then start to export. So, I don't know how long it's going to take to rent this building out, but at the same time, we're not even renting the dairy building out. So, yeah. Not quite sure on that one. I also have the chemical plant down. Where did I put the chemical plant? I'm not sure where I put the chemical plant. Is it over here somewhere? Chemical plant? Or is it over here? How do I know where the signature buildings are? We can't look for signature buildings, can we? There oh, it's right here. Okay, so you have to click on one to bring it up. Okay, we are... Oh, hello. So we have rented this one out, and it requires minerals and crude oil. And then obviously it produces chemicals. So is chemicals a surplus? This is where then we start to dive into the next stuff. So chemicals is not currently a surplus. Whoa, look at the deficit. I don't know how you can produce more than what we're producing. Maybe you have to get more factories down. So there's storage. That produces machinery. You just need more industry in general, don't you? I don't know how you can determine it to be a certain type of industry. I have no idea. No idea. But anyway, let's check our production for the final time today. So, at the end of it all, we have the surplus in wood, 35 tons. We have the surplus in coal. We have the surplus in stone or rock. And for the first time ever, we now have a slight surplus in ore. 4 of my basic material industries are now in surplus mode. It's going to be quite... It should be just as easy to get the oil in surplus, but difficult for the farming-based stuff. And then we'll slowly take a look at everything else. We've got a huge surplus for software. You can see why the percentages on the exports are so off or out of place. Because that's a lot of software we're producing. Not so much on the old financial side. Material, we're producing a lot of machine stuff. We got a huge surplus right now for convenience food. Damn. But we'll end it here, boys. We've made some good progress, but now we're understanding how the exports are slowly going to start working. It makes sense to why we have such, again, a big surplus on the exports of software. But ore's being exported as well. It makes sense. The tonnage is ridiculous. But until next time, I will see you all soon. So, goodbye.